Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the Everything is Bad New Fangled Motion Picture Show.
That's right, folks. We're back yet again with another episode of the Everything is Bad New Fangled Motion Picture Show. I'm your host, Niall.
And I'm Nolan.
And today we're going to be reviewing the last movie for a couple weeks, unfortunately. The Bob's Burgers movie. That is the whole name. The Bob's Burgers movie.
It's not Bob's Burgers the movie. It's the Bob's Burgers movie.
Right. Anyway, so we're going to do a spoiler-free review, and then I guess give you a spoiler warning, and we might go more in depth into it after that. I don't know.
There is a slight twist.
Oh, sure, there's a twist, but I wouldn't say really in any way affects one's opinion on this movie.
No,
because it's a Bob's Burgers movie. You're not really watching it for the plot. You're watching it for the jokes.
Right. And so that being said, if you're a fan of Bob's Burgers,
you'll like this.
Movie.
Yeah, it's like a long episode of Bob's Burgers. And
yeah.
I'm always a fan of ensuring H. John Benjamin continues to work.
Yeah.
And he voices Bob primarily, but then also a whole slew of other voices. But yes, I mean it's pretty funny.
Yeah, I mean it's just like
running gag. There's like this running gag of everyone breaking out into a choreographed song and dance.
Yeah, that's. I think they. I mean, obviously for the movie,
yeah.
But it's just because like I think it's a joke on animated movies often being musicals.
Right. I mean the lyrics are still like funny and crude and whatnot.
Yeah, it's pretty like when it first happened, and it's like doesn't like a musical where everyone else just joins in and no one bats an eye at this singing.
Yeah.
So that's pretty funny, but yeah, otherwise it's just like Niall said, like a long episode of Bob's Burgers, and you just sit back and watch Bob's Burgers plot for
a whopping
it was like an hour and 40 or something like that.
Hour and 42 according to IMDb. It's sitting at a solid and respectable 7.5 out of 10 stars on IMDb right now. I'd say that's about right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know what else to say. It's Bob's Burgers. If you know Bob's Burgers, then you know this movie, and if not, give it a shot.
Still pretty funny.
I don't think you need to have watched Bob's Burgers to get this movie. You can kind of just pick up on the characters and all their relationships with each other just by watching it happen.
Yep. So, spoiler section, I guess.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's see. Oh yeah. So basically, this like sinkhole opens up in front of the burger shop, blocking access. Right when they're like.
They owe money to a bank for a loan that they used to buy all of their kitchen
they're about to
equipment.
default on their loan, so they need to make a payment. But this hole opens up, and a dead body is found, and it looks like their landlord,
Mr. Fischoeder.
Yeah, Mr. Fischoeder did it, but it turns out it was Fischoeder's cousin, framing him for it.
Yeah.
Because Fischoeder treats him like crap.
Yeah, and since there's a family trust that if you've been convicted of a felony, you're disqualified from.
Right, so then it would fall to this cousin.
Right, because every other Fischoeder
has committed a felony or has been caught for committing a felony.
Right.
Fischoeder has committed felonies, he just hasn't been caught.
Right. Yeah,
and then at the same time,
like the kids are getting wrapped up.
Yeah, the kids are trying to solve it
because they're trying to get Mr. Fischoeder to let them pay their rent late so that they can pay the loan money to the bank. But they need to save Mr. Fischoeder to get him to agree to that.
Yeah,
like the kids don't necessarily understand. They just know that Mr. Fischoeder is key to this, to them not losing the restaurant, and so they go to save him because he gets arrested.
Right. So yeah, then it's kind of this, you know,
Crazy Bob's Burgers, like ridiculous scenario, like
yeah,
all sorts of crazy, unlikely events that happen all at once.
and all culminates in, of course, they succeed
Yeah,
because you got to go back to the status quo at the end of every episode.
right. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how
That's
much.
basically it.
What else to say?
It was a short one, folks. I recommended it. Like I said, if you've seen Bob's Burgers and you liked it, I recommend this movie. It
Yeah.
literally is just a long episode of Bob's Burgers.
I don't know how well it's doing because there was hardly anyone in the theater.
It was like a third full, and it was a matinee on Memorial Day.
I gotta figure it doesn't have many people beyond fans of the show going to see it.
Probably not.
But the show does well enough to have stayed on the air for quite a while now. It's still going, isn't it?
I'm not sure. I've watched the first like 1.5 or 2 seasons on Hulu. But that's about all I had seen.
I don't know. I've watched episodes when I catch them and on TV and stuff.
Yeah.
I have not like sat and watched a lot of Bob's Burgers, but I've always liked what I've watched, and so I was not like a religious watcher of it. But yeah, when it would catch it on TV, I'd watch it.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's a tough weekend to be releasing a movie.
Yeah. I'd seen enough of it to know who all the characters were in the movie, so it wasn't like at all lost or anything.
Yeah. But yeah, it's a tough weekend to be releasing a movie against Top Gun Maverick.
Yeah, that's true.
And like everything
Also,
has
that movie's
crossover audience with Top Gun.
And that movie's gonna have legs, so releasing it within a few weeks of it is probably iffy too.
Well, so in 2 weeks is Jurassic World Dominion. So that's, or I guess like a week and a half from when this goes up.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Jurassic World Dominion, which will be our next review, that goes up in like a couple weeks. Comes out in a week and a half, 2 weeks. So I could see Top Gun still grossing more than that movie.
Yeah. I could see after the
week.
Previous one, a lot of people not going to see this one.
I didn't see the last one. From everything I heard, it looked awful. The trailers made it look awful. But this one,
I never heard a good word said about this last one.
Yeah, this next one, they got the gang all back together.
Yeah, they got the cast of the first movie all together.
And I mean, it looks still like a pretty cheesy movie, but
it does look better.
It does look better. So we'll give it a shot. We'll see how it goes. I have no expectations, so hopefully it doesn't
still manage to disappoint you.
Right. But yeah, so then the week after that, though, is Lightyear, which looks really good. So excited for that. And the week after that is Elvis. Can't go wrong with an Elvis Presley biopic starring Tom Hanks. Not as Elvis.
No.
Yeah, then in July, I think we just have Thor 4 now, right? It's the fourth Thor movie?
Yes.
Is that the first of the original Avengers to get a fourth movie?
How many Captain America movies were there?
There was the first Avenger, then there was the Winter Soldier, and then there was Civil War, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Civil War, almost doesn't count. That feels like a full-on Avengers movie.
I mean, yeah, look at that fight scene, and there's so many characters in that movie. But I think they just weren't, it wasn't in the right time in the cycle for it to be an Avengers movie.
Right. I don't know.
But yeah, so that'll be the first time a Marvel character gets a fourth movie. I think, ever. Not counting all the rebooted Spider-Mans, counting those as separate
Yeah. Well, there will be another Spider-Man movie, right?
Yes.
So he'll have 4.
Yeah, but this is the first one.
Yeah.
But that looks cool. Got, Christian Bale doing Christian Bale things, which I'm sure are not good for his health.
Probably not. I will not be surprised when that guy just dies young.
Yeah, and it's like, what happened? Oh, maybe it was the constant weight gain and sudden weight loss routine that he did through his whole time in Hollywood. But we also got Bullet Train in July, which looks fun. It feels like someone's channeling Guy Ritchie and Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah. Yeah.
For that, just based off the trailers. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, then it looks pretty bleak the rest of the year, unfortunately. August doesn't have anything real promising. Yeah. There's a Puss in Boots movie in September.
Forgot about that.
Yeah, October has Black Adam, which I'm curious to see how they do it. I'm curious to see Dwayne Johnson as a hero, right?
I guess he's an anti-hero.
I don't really know much about Black Adam. I just know that it's not your traditional Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson good guy. Let's see. Yeah, there's another Black Panther in November. Creed 3 in November. Yeah, I don't know, man. Then December is Avatar and Shazam sequel. Good for Zachary Levi. He doesn't have top billing. That's awesome.
He does.
Rachel Ziegler. That's kind of interesting. Anyway, yeah, and that's it for the rest of the year, man. It's not great. Is this that COVID gap where for
where
months,
nothing was being made,
nothing was being produced, and then
I think
that
so.
finally caught up with theaters now?
Yeah.
Oh,
Maybe they'll put some cool stuff back into theaters.
Yeah, I'd like to see Fury Road on IMAX again.
Yeah.
Or Indiana Jones was one of the ones we saw too, and because there's been a few times in the last decade or so where there's just been nothing, or at least nothing to warrant IMAX screenings. So they just brought back older movies.
Maybe Top Gun Maverick will go on. I mean, it's already, but maybe it'll stay in IMAX or something.
Maybe
that'd be cool to see.
Yep. So anyway, that's what we got for the rest of the year. But I mean, you could also go check out our previous reviews. What was our last one? This should be easy.
Maverick.
There you go, because we recorded that yesterday. Yeah, so go check out our previous reviews to hold you over during the upcoming lull. Got a few weeks left before the real dry times hit us. And I don't know.
Go watch our old stuff, and maybe you'll find some hidden gem that you hadn't considered watching till you saw our review.
Starship Troopers, Traitor of Mars. I recommend that one.
That's a good one.
Yep. So yeah. I guess until next time, thanks for listening.
Bye.
Toodles.